Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rosa and this is Honestly Rosa. I thought I'd have a little sit down chat with you today and have a cup of tea. Go grab a cuppa if you want. So, I thought I'd have a little chat with you as to how I've been dealing over the past 6+ weeks. I don't even know how long it's been now. At first I was a bit unwell, so I didn't really have as much frustration as the rest of the world because I was still trying to heal and wasn't up to my normal self. But this past week I have felt a bit more frustrated and a bit more trapped because I really miss going to the gym, and it's been a while. Even before the lockdown I hadn't been to the gym for a few months because I was training for pole competitions, and every day was pretty much pole training and I couldn't do both, so I had to sacrifice the gym for that. So it's been a little while. As I'm sure many of you are, I've been not my best self. I mean, when the sun shines out and I can sit in the garden with a cup of tea and my phone, let's face it, I've been feeling like I've been on holiday, but it's not exactly the most relaxing. I'm sure everyone feels the same. I keep having moments more than normal of feeling really low. Like today, it's been very grey and I got myself into a pole outfit to train, as I also had to do, there's a video we're doing with our pole community, one of those don't rush challenges, so I got myself all dolled up. You can see the makeup. I haven't done my makeup so much. This is like the first time I've done my makeup so many times in like the past year maybe. I managed to film the trick that I wanted to do, got that all film sent off, did a few more practices of different moves I was trying to do, and I just felt really low all of a sudden and had no interest in continuing to train. It's been one of the least productive training sessions I've had recently. I've been quite good. I've not been training every day. I'll take a day off here and there, but normally I get at least a good hour in and I'm tired by the end. I was already tired. I was tired at the end of what I managed today, but I just didn't feel that productive, which is a bit sad. But I guess these days do come. But I just thought I'd say that I try and present a most honest version of myself, especially on Instagram, and I think I do a pretty good job. I share a lot of positivity because that's what I want to help in the world. It's what I want to give to the world, but at the same time I do show when I'm having down days, I believe. But today is one of those down days. I was hoping to have had a parcel from Tala to do another haul video, and it hasn't arrived yet. It's only just been shipped, so I doubt it's going to be ready for tomorrow, which is upload day, or today for you guys. So that sort of kind of knocked my plans, so I thought I'd do a little sit down video with you. I need to stop saying A friend of mine asked if I could do a recommendations video, which is a cool idea, but I just realised off the top of my head I've not really been doing much that warrants recommendations. I've not been reading, which I should have been doing, but as with anything, like, we can't really put too much pressure on ourselves. One book I really want to read again, but I don't actually have it, which is really frustrating, is The Magus by John Fowles. That was my ultimate summertime read when I was a bit younger. I'd love to read it again, I think. That's a good book if you want to get lost in not another world, just another time, with some very odd, mind-blowing instances. It definitely makes you think, and I'd like to read that again. I do have a recommendation for YouTube. I've not actually been watching as much YouTube as I used to. I used to watch sort of my favourite YouTubers on a weekly, daily basis, whatever, whenever they put them out. But I've just found myself unable to sit down and watch them, which is usually the opposite. Usually I can't sit down and watch like a film and I'll just put YouTube on, even though it will end up being the same amount of time. But recently I discovered Gilmore Girls, which I know I'm very late to the game, and I finally finished last night, and oh my god, I haven't cried so much over a TV show. I literally was bawling my eyes out. I really fell in love with that and couldn't watch anything else. It's been sort of, I wouldn't say binge watching is the best idea actually, because it really gets stuck in your head and you kind of want to be in that world, and well, there's no more and I don't really know what to do with myself. But my favourite go-to YouTubers if I want to feel relaxed, and I'll grab a cup of tea, snuggle up with a blanket or a little light a candle, make myself cosy, is Megan Grubb. I really like her vlogs. She has so much positivity and sort of, she's quite down to earth and real, and well, as much as we know anyway. I mean, like with anyone it's all a highlight reel, isn't it? But I don't know, I really like watching her vlogs, and I feel like it's reassuring to watch her. Same goes for the James and Karis vlog channel. I really enjoy watching them. Again, very homey, down to earth, normal stuff, which is quite nice in these kind of times to watch something normal. I have not been doing as much yoga as I'd have liked. I used to have a habit of doing one of the Yoga with Adrienne videos every day, but in recent months I've started doing my own flows, which, considering I've been practicing for I think about 5 years, I don't even know anymore, seems like quite late, but I never had the confidence to make up my own flows, and now it just seems to come naturally, so I don't always reach for a video. But I did do one yesterday. It was the transitions one I think she put out at New Year's. It felt good to reconnect with that community. I've held a lot of love for the Yoga with Adrienne community, and I do miss having that as a daily part of my daily routine. But as I'm sure you've guessed, my routine's not really been that great recently. I found that I end up watching Netflix, Gilmore Girls, until stupid o'clock at night, and then end up waking up late, and everything seems to be starting later in the day, which is a bit frustrating because I haven't had a good routine for a little while now, and I need to get back on that. It makes me feel good, and it's not a pressuring, oh I need to do this, even though that all of this is going on around me. When I am able to wake up at 7 in the morning, even if I don't do much, if I'm up and I make myself a cup of tea, there's something so positive that sort of sets me up for a better day than the kind of days I've been spending recently, so I need to get on that. So, recommendation, try and get up a bit earlier. It might make you feel a bit better. Actually, I do have another book recommendation. I had to read this book a few months back for uni, and I really enjoyed it. Can't say it's easy to understand all the time, but it's Pedro Paramo. I really enjoyed it. It's quite short, hard to tell where you are, but I'd really recommend this book. It was really a good read. Another positive is I am about this close to getting my splits, which is something I have wanted for a while. I only started training since about November, I'd say, and when I say training I mean like stretching properly, so that's quite a big achievement for me. I know being overly flexible is not the be all and end all, and I very much am with the yoga community on Instagram that's less making yourself look as bendy as possible, and more strengthening, but especially for some pole moves it can be useful to be a bit more flexible, and I'd like to be more flexible. I'd like to be more flexible, and that's a goal that seems to be maybe achievable in the next few weeks. I haven't been stretching as much as I'd like to. again with everything, I've not really had that much of a routine. As some of you may know, those of you who do follow me on Instagram, I've had a bit of a battle with that platform recently. It can be a bit frustrating creating content, especially on that platform. I've had some trouble with stories and using their music feature. I'll make a story with their music feature and then have it taken down, saying that I'm using someone else's music, which is kind of the point. It's just one of those things. I wouldn't say I've completely fallen out of love with it. I'm still posting, still creating on there, but a bit frustrated with that platform at the moment. I don't know about any of you, if any of you who create videos and post on YouTube, but I've been at a real loss of what to create and what people want to see. I don't know, because there's only so many times I can show week 1, week 2, week 3 in lockdown, because they've all been very samey. There's nothing really changed that much. I mean, most of the time I wake up late, having some sort of breakfast, training, taking the dog for a walk, having dinner with my mum, and the cycle goes on. It's not really been anything that exciting. And I don't know whether you feel that interests you, or whether you want to see something different. And then when it comes to that, obviously I did the Tala haul last time, 2 weeks ago, and that went down quite well. Those do quite well, and I have enjoyed doing them, and I was hoping to do one this week, but it'll have to be next week by the looks of it. I'm not really sure what you guys would like specifically to see from me, so if you do have any ideas, leave them in the comments or message me on Instagram, because I'd really love to know what you guys want to see, because I'm feeling a bit at a loss of what to create. And I do want to keep creating because it's something that I love doing, but right now I'm in a bit of a rut. Maybe you want to see tips on sustainability. I feel like I've done that, but maybe that was about a year ago, so maybe that's something that would interest you. I will say this about, I have found that sustainable living wise it has gone down the drain a little bit recently, as we're just sort of buying what we can. When it comes to food groceries, a lot of it does come in plastic, and it is frustrating, but I'm trying not to beat myself up about it too much. I mean, I'm not really buying much else, so at least it's not takeaway cups and stuff like that, but not that I'd use them, but I have felt like there's a lot of stuff that normally I'd be doing better. I'm pretty sure there isn't a zero waste shop in this town. There might be one, but I don't know that it's open. And it's a bit unclear on whether you can actually bring your own Tupperware for things like that, because I'm sure, like every other business, they're trying to be as hygienic as possible. So it is a bit frustrating not being able to keep up on those values, and I have a feeling that that is going to impact the world quite a bit. I did try making a yoga video for the gram as well, but I love doing them. It was just not an educational one, just a video of me doing a flow. And a lot of my friends asked me for them, but they don't seem to do so well, and I know some people might not think it was about that, but every time I post a video on Instagram, my engagement goes down after that, and I don't know whether anyone else finds that, which is another little frustration of mine. So I don't know how to go about it, because I'd like to share more yoga stuff. Another update is I have decided to start up my design account again. If any of you didn't know, I do make my own clothing sometimes. It sort of goes through fits and starts, and my main ethos is I use scrap fabric, so it's more sustainable fashion. I mean, I have used material that I bought before, but I have got a lot of scraps at the moment, a lot of leftover fabric at the moment, so I'm planning on making some more things. I made my mum a pair of trousers the other day, just some harem pants that she could sort of lounge around in while it was hot, and then it got cold. But I have made one successful pair of leggings, nothing exciting, not any kind of performance fabric, it was just like a jersey, one of those cottony ones, the ones that you'd buy from, I don't know, a regular shop. But they're really cosy and comfy for yoga without all the compression, because when I practice yoga, unless it's going to be a really active vinyasa, I prefer to wear something soft and non-compression really. Just as for me, yoga is more of a soft, chilled activity for me. It's more about the mind as well, and I don't always want to be squeezed in. I'm going to be starting that up again. The name is RJ Hopper Designs on Instagram. I'm going to start posting more of the things I've already got, and hopefully making some more stuff. I've got loads of fabric that I need to use up. I do offer services to make custom pieces for people, so if you are interested in it, just give me a message or leave me a comment. No, give me a message, I think that's better. We'll see what we can do. Right now, obviously, fabric wise, there's not a huge amount of choice. I've only really got what I've got in the cupboard, but I'm hoping to create some more pieces. And I realise this is yet another creation thing that's avoiding uni work. It's been a bit like that recently. I hope this was a little insight into my mind and how I'm feeling at the moment. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. If you just leave me a comment, I'd love to know what you think. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you soon. Keep up the kindness, my friends.